reason I remember that was I was told you shouldn't lift until you're 13.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you is how do you feel about that? Do you agree that kids should not lift until they're at least 13? And if you do agree with that, what's a substitute to lifting weights?
I think kids should lift at any age.
Mhm.
Now, how you lift it?
Mhm.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be lifting heavy with a kid where they're struggling. Growth plates are not fully open and all that. So that's what they say. Lifting heavy weights does not stimulate growth. I don't know why. They'd be like, but this guy was already going to be short. Look at his family history. Power lifters choose that field because they're short and it makes more sense.
Yes.
A short person's going to lift more weight because the weight doesn't have to travel as far as a person who's long.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them. They can't do anything else because they're too short to play sports.
Yeah.
So they find a way to still be in the fitness world or whatever, what it is. So 12, 13, 10, kettlebells, medicine ball squats, air squats, lunges, walking up steps, step up. That's a way to weight train without it being heavy or putting too much strain on the joints and all that because you don't want to damage the growth plates. Now, after growth plates open, then you can go crazy. So you should lift at any age, 5 years old. Kids could do some air squats, a 2-pound medicine ball or whatever. That's not a lot, but again, you don't want to do too much with them because you still don't want them, first of all, anytime you lift at least an injury, kid or not, I don't care. And you don't want to mess up the growth plates when it comes to lifting too heavy and putting too much strain on the groin. So when it comes to going crazy and lifting real heavy, you should wait to a certain age when it comes to the heavy part of it. But I tell my kids, I train everybody like an athlete. And train like an athlete has nothing to do with heavy weight. Sprints, plyometrics, squats. You can do air squats with kids. You can do, like I said, a little bit of kettlebells, them dumbbell squats in their hands and all that stuff. So I think you can lift at any age. I had my son working on treadmills over 18 months.
Wow.
How was that? He's just walking on a treadmill. It's exercise.
Like
I had kids that 5 years old and I make them work and I don't take it easy on nobody because this is not for the weak. And I have some kids that were 5, amazing. I had a kid, Hudson, shout out to Hudson. When he was about 5, I had him working out the high school kids.
Oh, wow.
He was just so fast and he understood. Every 5-year-old can't do that. But when I told him to do something, he knew the colors of the cones and he knew how to do it. And they enjoyed it because when you see that, and he's a beast, and you just love who is coachable. And everybody's not coachable. And it's something I saw the other day with Nick Saban. Everybody smart can't be a doctor. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you can go into everybody athletic. And his exact words was, everybody who's athletic can't be a football player because some of these kids are not coachable. And at the D1 program, and they want somebody that's going to listen and coach because it makes my job easy. And you become a distraction to the whole entire team. And then I can't do my job the way I'm supposed to do because I'm either going back and forth for you, yelling at you, this and that, da-da-da-da, and it becomes a problem to the whole organization. So sometimes you just got to get rid of those people. But when you're really, really good, they take extra chance on you. So it all depends. If you're really, really good, then you don't have to be as coachable because they want you there because they make the job easier. If you're that mid-tier guy, you got to listen to everything and be that yes coach, no coach guy because you'll get kicked to the curb.
You're right.
It's an unfair sport.
Yeah. I think you're right on that. I think you're right on that.
Guys get more opportunity than others because of their skill set.
It's true. It's definitely true. Were you doing drills? Were you doing drill for your kids? What side of the ball are the drills easier to prepare for, the offensive side or the defensive side?
It depends on the position. So on defense, you will say the defensive backs is the hardest position because we have to move backwards and we have to react to what somebody's doing and still try to be exactly where he is when he wants to be there, knowing that I'm doing it after he does it. So you'll say that on offense is the offensive line because the offensive line and the defensive back are related to each other. They have to move backwards and they have to shadow or mirror somebody based on what they do. So the toughest positions to train for, when I say movement, is offensive line, most likely guard or tackle, and the defensive back position.
Okay.
Because I have to train you to not guess first. You have to react. And it's hard to react to something when you don't know because you can't guess because if you guess wrong, you're in trouble. If I guess he's going inside and he goes outside, he sacks my quarterback. So I got to stay in front of you. And when you move, I got to try to move to that point to get there before you, knowing that I have to react to you different. So when it comes to the sports-specific movement part, hardest position to train for is offensive guard and tackle, defensive back corners, and corners, nickels, and safeties.
Okay.
Because it's anticipation. Everybody is kind of defensive end. They control their movement. They know where they want to go.
Yeah, true.
You get what I'm saying? The running back knows where he wants to go. He can set it up. The receivers know where they want to go. So it's always easier for those positions versus the other ones.
So, and it's interesting. I kind of thought your answer would be the skill positions will be harder to prepare for.
Lineman is a skill position to me.
It is okay.
Tough.
Okay.
A tackle.
Okay.
Your feet got to be like a defensive back.
Okay.
Those ends are slim and they 4.3s now, and they coming at you. They're going outside and they come across. Then you got to put your foot in the ground and try to get there fast. So your feet got to be really, really good. But receiver, this is another thing I tell you. You can be a horrible receiver with speed and just beat people all day. You can't be a horrible DB with speed and be good at it. You get the worst receiver ever and the worst DB ever. That receiver is going to always look better than the DB because I'm in control of what I'm doing. You need technique and leverage and understanding in order to be a good DB. You can just go out there and be fast and jump over it. You don't even have to know how to run routes.
Yeah.
But if I'm faster than you and I'm jumping up and throwing the ball, you're going to make plays. That shit doesn't work at DB. If you don't know how to turn your hips or you don't know how to stay in front of a guy, everybody's just going to run by you. That's why that is the toughest position in sports. Not just football.
In sports.
In sports.
And I like and that shows you're a true coach because I always grew up hearing the skill position in football is your running back, your quarterback, your receiver. Those are skill positions, your DBs and so on. But you said the offensive line. First of all the offensive lines are probably applauding you right now.
Yeah, shout out because the team can't do shit without them.
You can't.
They're more important than the quarterback.
Yeah.
Because if they don't block, the quarterback can't do shit. So you have to rely on them for you to be successful. That's why I think they're the bread and butter of the team. I can't get my 1,000 yards rushing if you're not good.
Yes.
On defense, you just go out there, you just stop whatever you have to stop. So basically defense, your performance in defense is based off of you. My performance as a running back, a quarterback, a receiver is those 5 guys up front. If they suck, the center's bad, he keeps snapping the ball over my head, I can't get a playoff. If they can't block the defensive line, quarterback can't get the ball to the receiver. The most frustrating position in football is probably wide receiver. Everything has to go right for you to get the ball. The snap has to get to the quarterback. The quarterback has to get the ball to you. And for all that to happen, is so much stuff in between those 2.3 seconds. The quarterback, average quarterback has 2.3 seconds to get rid of the ball. And everything has to be perfect in that little time for you to have a chance to get the ball. Most frustrated, that's why receivers have those attitudes. And they get so frustrated.
They call them divas.
Because they don't really get that many touches. I go a whole game and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I may not get a interception on that, but I know I lock somebody up. My recognition has nothing to do with me making a play as a DB. But you have to make a play as a receiver in order to get a stat line. My stat line, if I have no stat line, I did a good job. Because nobody threw the ball at me. Nobody ran my way. They stayed away from me. But on the other side of the ball, you need those catches and all that and stuff to negotiate for contracts and all that stuff. I go to the owner and be like, yo, nobody threw the ball at me. I got no stat line and I played every game. I'm going to get a lot of money because that means they didn't test me at all. Receiver, you need big, major numbers in order for you to be able to negotiate with your prices. Tackle, shout out to them tackles.
They're important. I love my O-line, man.
Have to.
When I played, everything I give credit to the O-line. They give you that first 5 yards. That first 5 yards as a running back is courtesy of your O-line. You know?
You can't get 5 without them.
You can't. What we get after that, you may have a good lead block or you may just, break a tackle. That first 5 years is courtesy of the O-line. Maybe even the first 10 yards, courtesy of the O-line.
Nothing happens without them.
They are so important. They are so important.
You can't win a game if you don't score.
You can't. Yeah.
Defense can shut them out all you want. You can't win if you don't put points on the board.
It's true.
You can't put points on the board without that 5.
It's true. It's so true. Let's kind of go back to the gym training and barefoot training. And that's something that is becoming a more and more common, seeing folks in the gym doing barefoot training. And I want to incorporate it with a video you doing chaos pin squats and you doing barefoot training. So if you kind of break it down, can you explain what chaos squats are and then lead that into barefoot training?
Yeah, so I didn't come up with the name, but chaos squats because you're squatting through chaos, meaning there's so many variables, there's so much moving around, and the weights the weight's
Yeah, the whole
bouncing
goal.
around. The weight's bouncing around, so somebody came up and somebody sees it and they identify it. But like I said, go back earlier, I think it's important because when I'm running and I'm doing all this and I'm running with a guy, it's moving involved. So it's never just like this. So I incorporate that a lot because I think it translates or it makes it a lot realistic when it comes to playing the game, because you always have to pull and push simultaneously. There's going to be a little bit of shoving and stuff like that. So I think that's an important part of training, which is going to translate onto the field, which I believe. Barefoot training. Just pay attention to some stuff like it's like being in a car all day.
Yeah.
Like our hands don't really have problems, but our feet do. They say in other countries, a lot of people don't have foot problems because they walk around barefoot.
Yeah.
Why do Americans have foot problems? Because you're always in shoes all day, and there's certain muscles in your foot you can't even use because your feet are just cramped up like this. When you're in the back seat of a car and the first thing you got to get up, you got to move around a little bit because you stiffen up. It gives you more balance because your toes get to spread.
Yeah.
Gives you more balance, and they say when you're squatting barefooted, you could kind of like grab the floor a little bit, and you can't really do that with your shoes on. So the main part of it is to give you a little bit more balance and I guess to feel the floor out, because there's only certain shoes you squat with. I tell people all the time, if it ain't flat, don't squat in it.
Okay.
Because some shoes, you're looking at it, there's curves at the back, so your heel can't really touch the ground. And the only way to squat, you have to push through your heels.
Yes,
you don't push through, you have no balance. So some of these shoes are not made for squatting or anything like that. And a lot of people are still squatting them. Vans, Dunks, whatever the situation is, if you're not squatting in those Metcons or whatever, don't squat in anything.
Okay.
But I feel like it's better for balance, just getting a feel for the ground and stuff like that. And I also do it outside too because I'm grounding.
Yes, grounding. That's another big thing.
Pick that up a lot. Like, oh, your feet dirty, but like this and that. I just want to talk about one thing too. People say you shouldn't walk around the gym with your barefoot because you might catch something. And to me, it doesn't make any sense because your hands touch everything all day.
Yeah.
So if I'm sitting down or coming, if I'm touching the bench, you don't worry about your hands getting some type of bacteria, whatever the situation is, and your feet touching the same surface as your hands touching. So why be so? And the bottom of your feet skin is a lot thicker and more protected than your hands for that purpose or whatever the situation is. So germs or whatever, you can miss me with all that because you touch everything and people think that they extra clean and they're not. I've seen people wipe off the seat and the ball, but then still go grab the plates that nobody's ever wiped off. So that's everything you just did was for no reason.
It kind of was,
So you think you cleaner than what you really are. Things happen. Don't worry about it. If I have an open wound in my foot, whatever, if I happen to step on something, what can I do? Same way you cut your hand, doing something, you can cut your feet. What makes one more different or vulnerable than the other? So one of those things don't make sense to me. But it's about the balance. It's about the balance. And the grounding is, like I said, the vitamin D, the kinetic energy that goes through. It says it helps with inflammation, helps with vitamin D and all that other stuff. So walking on the ground, grass and all that stuff, it definitely helps when it comes to health benefits to it. So that's why I try to do that as much as I can.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, barefoot is important. Try to walk around the house or anywhere as much as you can barefoot. It just allow your feet, your toes to move around a little bit. They're not meant to be like this 16 hours a day. So that's why. So avoid foot problems and allow those little muscles in your foot to actually work and be used the way they're supposed to be used. So
okay. I like that. I see it more and more. They even make shoes that are wider.
Jalen Ramsey did it. Jalen Ramsey molded his foot and made a cleat out of the way his foot was made, just so he can, since he can't go barefooted, but at least his feet are spread. And there was some Joker cleats. So anybody know about that? You can look up the Jalen Ramsey Joker cleats. He molded it to his foot just for that reason.
Cool.
And a lot of cleats now, they make it wider. It makes sense.
It does. It does. Let's talk about, because the Smooth Force Fitness podcast is about fitness, about health, mental health, physical health, and so on. I kind of want to dabble with the conversation of emotion, where I'll say it's important. Everyone has emotions. It's important to control your emotion and not let your emotion control you. Would you want to just kind of carry on with that?
Your emotions get you in trouble, man. Emotional intelligence is being able to think of the moment past the moment. A person who doesn't have emotional intelligence can't think about the consequences of it, or damn, I just said something, I fuck up. So I think fast. I tell people, I think I have a special time where I can think about everything right now and then. So I can't get myself in trouble. I can't say this because people judge. And you can't judge somebody based off how they're emotional. But if you're always like that, then people always have something to say about you.
Yeah.
I'm a leader of men.
Okay.
So if I'm trying to get you to control your emotions or to be in tune with your emotions, I can't lose my cool at all. I tell people you have to be the example of what you're trying to set. So if I'm trying to tell you control your emotions, don't crash out, don't lose your cool. You can't never see me lose my cool because everything I'm telling you is pointless.
That's true.
You can't really teach somebody because some people don't know how to control it.
Yeah.
You try to help them with it and just tell them like, yo, every time you punch that window, every time you kick that bucket, or every time you hit that person, or every time you yell at somebody, like you're doing damage to people. And today's world, people are so, I don't want to say, but mentally weak.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the dude to push somebody off that ledge. You could be having a bad day, and then I crash out on you, or do this and that, or I don't control my emotions and I spaz out on you, and then that's the last straw. And sometimes you'll never know.
Yeah.
Because people don't talk. And when you lead in men, somebody said it the other day, they said I'm a man of the people. We're coaching the Stepping Act now, and it's rare to have somebody that's at the head, and I communicate with everybody and give them logic. And the parents say, like, Z, you do a good job of walking us off the ledge. Some parents don't understand it because you may not understand it, but I promise you I have a reason for it, and I will give you a reason for it versus just say, I can't respect somebody telling me something without telling me why.
Okay.
Why is my son not playing? Oh, he's just not. Nobody can respect that. He's not playing because he's not doing this and such and such, such and such, such and such. And no matter how they come at me, I keep my cool.
Yeah.
I've had incidents where parents be like, we good. Like, now come talk to me. All this and that. Because I learned, aggression with aggression just leads to aggression.
That's all it does.
So if one person's mad, and why am I going to go back and forth? And I know it's not personal. So don't take it personal. Just because somebody's mad at this and that, there's so much stuff that's going on in people's life. His girl, his wife, his kids, his job. He got no money. He can barely eat, and he's just upset with it. And if I don't know this person, I didn't know the person, why would I think this person has a problem with me? So I don't take it personal. So I can't get emotional about it, whatever the situation is. And it's just so much. Emotion get you in trouble.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Consequences.
I agree. You're right. So you're the head coach of the JV Stepping Act. You mentioned that you're a safe place for your kids. What do you feel your kids will get out? Okay, what do you want your kids, once they're finished playing football for you and then move on to the next level, college, wherever it is, just life, wherever it is, what do you want them to remember, or what do you want them to learn, excluding football? Because you teach them football, but I'm sure you're teaching them more than just football.
I tell them all the time.
Yeah, what are you teaching them? What do you think?
Respect.
Okay.
First thing I said when I got the job to these kids, when I looked at them, I said, I will always respect you. I'm not going to ask for respect. I'm going to demand it with the way that I treat you.
Yes.
I don't crash out on them.
Okay.
They be mad and this and that. And I'd be like, come here, fuck that. I'd be like, come here, me and you talking. Talk to them soft.
Yes.
So I've never had a kid crash out on me because I've never given that energy. And I've had the kids come to me. And they come to me. The coaches see that now, and the parents see that now. Like, well, I'm just giving them a voice and I'm hearing them out.
Yes.
Old school, like speaking your mind and defending yourself is not talking back. If I accuse you of something and you're like, no, I didn't do it, stop talking back to me. You're not talking back to me. You just accuse somebody of something. He's defending himself.
Yes.
And tone is not disrespectful.
Okay.
Old school, if you raise your voice, I'm emotional right now. I'm getting accused of something where I believe I was in the right. And we'll come to a conclusion later, but it's not about how do you expect me just to always stay calm? So I understand. One thing I don't forget, I was 15.
Yeah.
Parents and adults forget that they were crash outs and they were rebellion and all that. And I turned out to be a good person, and most parents did. So let them get through that. Don't crucify them or give them too many consequences. I don't believe in consequences.
Okay.
So I think consequences create liars. My son doesn't get punished. I don't ground him or anything like that. He's 100% honest with me. Like if he needs something right now in the house, he'll call me. He won't do something unless he asks me to do it. Because if I ground you and I take something away from you because of something you did, the next time you do it, you're going to lie to me and tell me you didn't do it because you don't want those consequences.
Yeah.
I think people would be more straightforward with each other if they were less devastating consequences to the truth that I'm about to tell you. Because if I know, damn, I got in trouble, this and that, I'm about to hide this as long as I can. So you create a liar within me without even making me lie, because I don't want to come to you and tell you this now because I'm gonna get in trouble. You're gonna ground me. You're gonna take my PlayStation when you're not gonna send me outside. I'm not gonna take that from you. We're gonna sit down and have a talk and give you logic. Like, damn, that shit was stupid. You know, blase, 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 and then like, you know what, that shit makes sense. I felt like that works for me. If it didn't work, you don't have to hit somebody one time. If I'm hitting you for 18 years for the same shit, that means the shit didn't work.
It's not working. You change your method. Yeah.
It's a slavery mentality. You got discipline that way.
Yeah.
So that's the only way we know how to discipline. And you have to break the cycle.
Yeah.
I tell them all the time, like, I look at them like, yo, I love y'all. At first, they probably like, he's just coming in, but they see that I love them because I don't just say it, I show it to them with my action. I hold myself accountable. I cannot do something and tell you not to do it. Grown ass man or not, I learned kids don't listen with this, they listen with this.
Yes.
So I can't be.
You have to see it. Yeah.
Smoking weed, telling a 2-year-old, don't do this. They don't understand that an adult can do something that a child can't. How about you smoke your weed, you drink your liquor, your hookah when you're not around your kid?
Yes.
If they see that, remember, every kid want to be daddy. Every son want to be daddy.
Yes.
If daddy's smoking, I want to smoke like that because I want to be like that. Daddy out here gunslinging and gang banging. I want to be like him. So whatever you're going to do that you don't want your kid to do, you're a grown up. Do what you want. Don't do
it around them. Yeah.
Can't say don't do it and then I'm seeing you do it at the same time. To me, it doesn't make no sense. So I try not to curse around them. Try not to use, N-word and a whole bunch of stuff. And sometimes I'm like, my fault. One thing they respect about me is I'm not always right.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm human. Yeah, but most coaches, even if they're wrong, they feel like they can't say that they're wrong because it makes you not as knowledgeable. That's not okay, because a kid knows, like, damn, he's wrong. And he's still telling me I'm wrong. How can they respect you in the long term, knowing that you fucking wrong?
True.
I'm like, oh, my fault, I fucked up.
and that's respectable. If someone, it kind of goes back to accountability.
That's what accountability. Yeah, I'm accountable, so I expect you to be accountable.
That's it. And to me, that means the world to me. If you can hold accountability for your actions, everyone makes mistakes.
Yep.
Everyone at some point in their life is going to be wrong.
Yep.
More than once,
Yeah. Guarantee you're going to be wrong.
100%. If you can be like, yeah, I was wrong. My bad. I was wrong. Let me fix that. I respect you so much more. If you could do that, now I can trust you.
Yep.
I feel confident when you say something or do something. I know the intent is good. So I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think I'm a bridge because the parents like, yo, Z, you cool. You like, what somebody say? You old like the parents, but you like the big bro uncle. I'm the gap. Like, I can't be acting like I'm 43 around these new generation kids. You have to be fun. You have to be relatable.
Yes.
If you're not relatable, they just did just to be there. I don't want you. I want you to want to be around me and want to listen to me. I don't want you to just listen to me because you're my coach. I'm your coach.
Yeah.
I want you to listen to me like, yo, he knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
And he talks to me a certain way.
Yes.
That's why I don't have anybody crashing on me.
Yeah.
They're like, how you do it? I'm like, it's simple. Respect them. Don't talk to them.
That's it.
Don't talk down to them.
That's it.
How you gonna talk down to somebody, disrespect them, and ask for respect back?
It's not gonna work.
Because you're just there. I'm supposed to respect you just because you're a older figure or head coach. No, respect me, and I'll promise you, you'll get more respect back out of it. But that's me, and everybody's not going to do it that way. But that's why I don't have these problems that other people have, and I'm okay with that. Some people disagree with what I do, but it's like, it works. I have no problem with parents. Okay. I have no problem with kids. Obviously, what I'm doing works. Maybe I should try to do that more, and then see. Don't knock it until you try it.
Respect goes a long way. And I appreciate you. This has been a great conversation,
definitely.
man.
I love to talk. So I definitely appreciate you calling me down to do this because it was fun.
Great.
It was definitely fun.
I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys learn. You guys check out Coach Z. He knows what he's talking about. He does what he does. Results are there. Check out Coach Z. I appreciate you being on the Smooth Forward Fitness podcast.
I appreciate it.
Everyone stay tuned. More episodes to come.
Episode 5 next.